Hello guys and welcome back to DarkHorseFM, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my top 10 football manager games dating back to when I started playing football manager in 2013. This list is not based on which game is better than the other or if football manager has improved or declined in recent years, because it hasn't, and I actually love playing this game a whole lot. It's purely based on personal experience and the memories I gathered playing football manager. Coming in at number 10 is Football Manager 2014. In all honesty, this is probably my worst experience with Football Manager. It was my breakthrough game and the very first experience I had playing FM, and it was so overwhelming with stats and many tables and formation. I knew nothing about managing a team. I picked up my beloved Leeds, big mistake by the way, and then I went on a quest to secure promotion to the Premier League. My dreams were dashed as quickly as I started, and I also found myself close to tears because how often, I lost so many games and I didn't really know what to do about it, and not having any idea how to fix my problems. A necessary step for every football manager player, I guess. One of the first times you actually start playing this game, you will experience confusion as to there's so many things to do, so many things to fix. And of course that led me to finding out about the football manager community and how you can get tips and hints for how to play the game. And then I found out football manager tactics, and FM 2014 is also the game where I downloaded my first football manager tactic. In at number 9 is Football Manager 2016. This game felt like a transition phase for football manager. It's a framework for what will come in FM 2017. The match engine stayed the same. It looks a lot like 2015. It looks a lot like FM 15's match engine, but the players' reactions, the menu tables, the tactics, they are somewhat modernized in preparation for what is to come in Football Manager 2017. I loved FM 16 because I did play it a lot. I had a save with Margate in the Vanarama Conference League, and we pushed Margate all the way to the Premier League and the Champions League. I did this, I initially tried this with Stevenage, but then I got sacked, and then I got employed by Margate, which was in a division lower than Stevenage, and then I got promoted and then met Stevenage and surpassed Stevenage and got all the way to the Premier League with Margate. I never got sacked with Margate because I was always getting good results and overachieving with Margate. It was an outstanding career, I have to admit. If you're new to the channel, remember to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell so you can get notified for new football manager videos that come up regularly on DarkHorseFM. We would like to talk about tactics and football manager hints and tips on how to play the game using mid-table sides and somewhat teams that are forgotten in modern football. That's kind of the way I enjoy playing football manager anyway. So in at number 8 is Football Manager 2018. A forgotten FM in my opinion, but one of the football manager games that signaled the end of my first PC. So my laptop actually crashed when I was playing FM 18, and then I had to source for a different PC, which took a longer time to actually find. The menu tables in these games were a bit different, and I struggled to tweak my tactics a lot during the match because I noticed it was somewhat slighted to one side. Match engine lighting and the pitch looked superb, by the way, almost too good to be true even for the lower league sides. I did have one outstanding save in FM 18 with FC Barcelona where we went unbeaten throughout the season, but that was just the one save I remember. Aside from that, I can't really remember anything as much as playing FM 18 after that. Football Manager 2019 is in 7th place. It's an outstanding iteration for the game, and the new match engine and tactical menu revamp made the game all the more engaging. I spent a while playing FM 19, and I even created a local club, or my local club in the game, my hometown team, and then we made it to the African CAF Champions League. We made it there a few times, but then we were knocked out by TB Mazembe in one of the semi-finals, and we never really got that far afterwards. I have other saves in FM 19 as well. I went to Germany with Bayer Leverkusen, and then I went to Serie A as well with Sassuolo. It was an interesting football manager game, but I noticed I spent a lot of time playing my local save, which is something you don't really familiarize yourself with. It's something I didn't really do very often, but I did that in FM 19. It was quite engaging. In at 6th place we have last year's football manager game, which is Football Manager 2021. It did bring a different feeling from FM 2022, but regards to the match engine and everything, the lighting, the player animations, the game felt different. And using Leeds United, considering that Leeds United were already promoted to the Premier League, using them for the first time in the Premier League, not having to get promoted from the Championship, it felt kind of interesting and also less challenging. It's less challenging than I expected or what I'm used to with Leeds, because I know we actually qualified for the Europa League in our first season. I know I signed Karim Adeyemi as well for the first time, by the way. I had good memories with PSG and Atletico Madrid in this save, and also the game launched this FM 2021. FM 2021 was the game where I also launched my YouTube channel, DarkHorseFM. That's where we started actually creating videos for football, creating videos on YouTube for Football Manager games. Okay, in at number 5 is our current game that we're playing in Football Manager 2022. I'm happy this year's game isn't too different from the last year's game because I didn't have enough time to play it, like I mentioned before. And as much as I played FM 2021, I didn't really have much time to dive deeply into FM 2021 because of school demands. And thankfully this year I do have a lot of time to actually check the game out and experiment things and try things and also create videos like this for you guys. Thank you for supporting this video, by the way. In that sense, I have made up for the lost time that I have spent, creating more exciting saves and tactical iterations, for us to face with our new and ever adapting AI. An iconic iteration of Football Manager takes number 4 spot, Football Manager 2012. This is one of my favorite throwback games, or my favorite throwback Football Manager games. I spent time understanding FM by going back to the roots of how the game was long before we got to where we are now. And FM 2012 was my go-to game. It is my game that I used to travel back in time. There were unique game-breaking tactics in FM 2012. In FM 2012, and most famous of these tactics was the Hazard match engine exploiter. I don't know if you guys actually heard about that tactic, but it was unique. It actually somewhat broke the game, really. I tried it a few times with Milan just to see how the tactic worked, and in FM 2012, it captured my attention with this. And then the match engine's pitch realism and the wear and tear, they had muddy pitches a lot in FM 2012. It was nice to look at compared to the current match engine pitches that we have that look so perfect, really. So FM 2012's pitches did look like grass to me, and like I said, we had muddy pitches in the lower leagues. Nowadays, most pitches do look really perfect in the new iterations of Football Manager games. I really miss the old days where we had muddy pitches. In at number 3 is a game that could arguably be my number 1 game, but it's number 3 because of the first 2 games that I actually have in game number 2 and game number 1 that are on the first and second of this list. So Football Manager 2015 comes in at number 3, holding a special place in my heart for getting me hooked on this game. I have 2 particular saves that I do remember from this game, and it was one with Exeter City, where we got promoted from League 2 to the Premier League, and then we eventually made it to the Champions League. But before I had success with Exeter, I did have a save with Olympique Lyonnais, where we dominated the French league and the European stage, European football, and my best player, I kid you not, was a wonder kid at the time called Yannick Ferreira Caracho. Remember him? Football Manager 2020 is my second best FM game for the wealth of knowledge and variety I experienced while playing this game. In previous Football Manager games, I had success creating tactics, signing players that were best suitable for my team, and I was using a good tactic. I was good at creating one tactic that fit my players, and then I hardly ever tweaked that tactic, because I found what worked for my team. With FM 2020, not only was I able to create tactics and tweak tactics, but I've also found a way to get my team to play the way I wanted them to play, not just the way that suited their attributes or abilities. I now learned how to change player attributes to try and suit the style of play that I want to build. This opened my eyes to player attributes, player preferred moves, training, match preparation, and safe to say, I unlocked the extra depth and dimension of Football Manager that didn't already exist before in previous games, which is why FM 2020 is one of my personal favorites from Football Manager in recent years. Before we release the first on the list, which is the ultimate or my ultimate Football Manager game, I'd like to thank you guys for sticking by with this video, and also if you're not already subscribed to the channel, remember to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell so you can get notified when new videos come up. And if you also have intricate comments as to how your favorite Football Managers games are over the years, you can let me know in the comment sections what would be your top 10 or what would be your top 5 if you don't actually have all the way up to 10. If you just played 5 games or even less, you can let me know your best Football Manager games from recent years and why they are the best games for you. In at number 1, Football Manager 2017, from my experience, is the best Football Manager game I have ever played in the series. because it had the most playing time for me. I started off this game with Brazil in the Brazilian league, and then I went on to play in the Premier League, and then I went to the Champions League with Leeds United as well. Went to the semi-finals with Leeds. We won the Champions League multiple times with AC Milan, and then I started a road to glory save with Boston United. We somewhat made it to the Skybet Championship at the time, but then it became a struggle. So I don't know what happened. I kind of switched saves, and then I experimented a lot in this game. I have to admit, I did sign players. I even created a local club, and then I did it. This was the first time I actually created a local team before doing it again in 2019, which was a lot more successful. I also went to the Bundesliga with RB Leipzig. We took second at the time, and then the standout save from FM 2017 was when I replaced Pool Town with my create a club save, my create a club team. And then from the Vanarama Conference League, we did complete that road to glory that we were able to complete with Boston United. We went all the way to the Premier League. We've probably won close to like 10 UEFA Champions League now with that club, and it's one of my longest saves using the Creative Club team. It is the last save I had, and it's still the longest standing save up until now. I haven't started any new save in FM17. It dates all the way to, or we're approaching the year 2046 now. The experience from FM17 is one I'll probably never forget, because lighting, match engine, player models, the grass, they somewhat kept the muddy pitches from the previous FM years in FM 2017 somehow. So the FM16, it did have muddy pitches as well. I think FM17 was the last iteration of the game that had muddy pitches in it, and it was a somewhat throwback and kind of modern version of Football Manager. It's kind of a blend of both games, a throwback with modern feel in it, and that's what really makes FM17 stand out for me. From FM 18 to 19, 20, all the way to 22 that we have now, the pitches look really perfect, even if you're playing in the lower league saves. So in FM17, if you're going to a lower league side, you will see those muddy pitches, and it's something I really enjoy doing. I will also try to play the game again from time to time. I still somewhat load it up once in a while just to see how everything is going, just to see how I messed up, just to like find those nostalgic memories that you could have from playing Football Manager when you were a lot younger. So it's an interesting feeling. So by the way, that's a summary of the video, guys, and that is my top 10 Football Manager games from the recent years based on my experience that I have played. So you can let me know about your experience. What are your best Football Manager games? You can let me know in the comment section as well, and we'll try to catch you up. I'll catch you guys more with new tactics, new Football Manager hints and tips. So stay tuned to the channel. Remember to leave a like on the video, and also to subscribe and turn on notifications bell so you can get notified when new videos come up. And I will catch you guys in the next video.